All right. Good morning, Chad Decker.
Hey, Mr. Nolan, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Been
Are
a
you
lovely
sure?
day so far. Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Do you need
No.
a do you need a
No.
hug?
No. Not a hugger.
No, not a
Sometimes
hugger.
I can be sometimes, but not today.
If it's the girls and all that stuff, it's kind
Yep.
of you
Yep.
can hug your wife and daughters. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's funny. Noah gives me a hug once in a while, but Sam he won't at all.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's weird.
No, you
How about your
gotta force those into those. So you just gotta walk up and they're like they have no option of.
Yeah, but
Hugging.
Sam's like 6'2", 215 and has biceps
not-
bigger than my head. I don't
Yeah, but
know.
he's not gonna bear hug you and slam you.
Well, no, I worry about my moneymaker here. This
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
he might punch it or something. I don't know.
You're pointing to the wrong thing if you're calling it a moneymaker.
Wow. Oh, wow. So quick today.
Doing my Kirko chains.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the game. Lily had a soccer game last night, so Cousins lit up the scoreboard is what I'm
He
hearing.
did, yeah. He was at like 500 yards. I had Darnell Mooney started in my keeper league, so he had a big day.
Did he?
And now, of course, the controversy out there is still. Well, now Justin Fields wasn't good because Darnell Mooney was on the team last year and he never looked that way.
Okay.
So it's like a roundabout sickness out here in the X that you're on X this morning. It's like
everybody's got an opinion.
Well, yeah, then everybody's now, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the trifecta, so to speak, here in a little bit.
That's what you were telling me. So everybody's got an opinion, and also everybody's got a butthole. So that's what their opinion. Or what's that old saying? Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and they stink. We're gonna go with that. I'm just trying to make your day a little better, buddy.
Good news out of the day. We have a guest on this morning. So
we do. Are you going to jump into that right away? Or what?
I don't know. I mean, she's going to do the picks with us. Sounds like so.
Yes, she is. So, well, I just wanted to we haven't talked all week. It's been a busy week for both of us. So we were going to try and go Monday, and I got busy, and then you were busy Tuesday, Wednesday, and so it's just been crazy week. So. Well, let's bring Carrie on right now, if that's okay with you.
That's hey,
and then
you're the producer and the CEO. So
when did I ever get that CEO title? So
just now.
Okay, gotcha. And her camera is not working, but so our guest today is.
I don't believe her.
You don't believe her?
If she's a radio personality, I think she likes talking without her face showing.
Well, you'll have to ask her that.
Well, we could turn her into a professional podcaster.
Well, we could do that too. So, let's welcome her in. She's here right now. So, Carrie, welcome to Know the Score.
Hi, guys.
To Decker and Dix. So, so Carrie's over in Owatonna, Minnesota, and it's the Cows radio station, right? KOWZ, but you kind of got like 4 different radio stations. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's Cows Media, and I am actually the morning co-host on Crew 92.
Okay.
And then we also have KFan, so it's another sports channel. So I get to talk sports, of course, with our own John, of course, is his name. And so today is our big homecoming day in Owatonna. So we were talking about the football game and the parade and all that stuff. So
John, being a sports guy, is he is he pretty in tune to sports, or is he kind of fake his way through it?
Oh no, he's very much into it. He knows the ins and outs of everything.
Oh, okay. See, Chad kind of fakes his way through a lot of things.
You had to go right off the bat there, didn't you? Didn't you, Nolan? God dang it. Okay, it's going to be one of these.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these. So Nolan, I've known Carrie. We were talking, 3 of us, before we brought her on, and it's been a while. We went to college together.
You thought 10 years. So.
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to keep myself young. If I go back more than 10 years, it's like.
I was just going to say, like 1985 was like 7 years ago. So that's how time flies in my world.
Yeah, there you go.
And don't tell me you were born in 1985.
No, I was born way much younger than that.
So yeah. I believe she's a 70s child because we went to
Yes.
college together, Nolan. So there's that.
Yes.
And we were on a lot of group projects in college. And I think
We
Carrie and
did.
I did most of the work and everybody else.
They did. We were the two hard workers and
Yeah.
showed up every week.
Yeah. I'm not BSing here. We did all the work and some of the others just kind of like, all right, I got an A. Yeah.
But I like both your guys' game plan today. I do like it. I like it.
What's that?
You're feeding off each. I mean, you guys were the heroes, man. It sounds like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we
you
were
don't want to
paying for
talk bad
college.
about Carrie. I mean, you don't
Well,
want to talk
no,
bad about her.
I couldn't say
I know,
talk
I
about
know.
bad for her. So the funny thing to me is Carrie was kind of you were the financial person at
Yes.
Mayo Clinic. Why
Mayo
in
Clinic.
why
Yeah.
the hell did you leave Mayo Clinic and go work on a radio show? That's
It's it's a
For
weird
the retirement package, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
right.
Gotta be.
No, so yeah, I worked at Mayo Clinic for 23 years in the realm of finance, healthcare finance. And
Exciting work, right?
I mean, when you're working with other people's money, yeah, it kind of is.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
You get to transfer millions of dollars every week and they hold you responsible for that. So,
Sure.
but yeah, I really did like my job there. And unfortunately, it was outsourced. So I I didn't say lost my job, but I knew it was going away. So then I left that and I did a couple other finance jobs after I left there. And then just decided, 29 years altogether in that field just wasn't for me. So I left and I opened a dress shop in Owatonna. And so using my financial background, opened up the store and was running that. And a friend of mine, this is how I'm transitioning into the radio gig. A friend of mine who I've known for several years came into the store. He was borrowing a mannequin for a home and garden show. And we got to talking and he's like kind of sad that, he works on the radio and his co-host was leaving. He was moving out of state. And so he was feeling pretty bummed about that. And I said, well, I'm not doing anything from 6 until 8 in the morning. So if you're looking for somebody, I could do it. And he's like, what, really? And I was just joking with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, let me talk to some people. And then within a week, I was meeting with the general manager of the radio station for an interview and they hired me on. So started as a co-host because I knew Brad. And Brad and I smack talk. So it's a lot of fun. I say probably things that are inappropriate at times, but that's what makes it fun.
Yeah. So do you have to worry about the FCC like saying, hey, you can't say that or anything like that? I mean, I know Nolan's never been booted from the air. Have you, Nolan?
No. Well,
No.
I've never. I think the one big word you can't. I mean, there's a lot of big words you can't say. I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can get away with every once in a while something slips out. But as far as a talk show, I mean, you're going to get callers. Do you guys take callers in everything?
Sometimes we do. A lot of people will chat in, if they're on instant messaging or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Send us a message or something. Or Brad, my co-host, he knows a lot of people and they'll text him. So yeah, we draw people in and then we do phone interviews almost daily with certain people about stuff that's going on in the area or events that are coming up.
Just kind of like what Mr. Dix does there over in North Dakota.
Yeah. So we
Except
talk about
go ahead.
silly
Sorry.
stories and news of the day, and then community announcements and play some music, and then the banter. So
Yeah.
it's all
Making
fun.
fun of each
Do you
other.
read the birthdays and then you immediately go into the obituaries, or do you?
No,
No, that's a good thing. That's a good
no.
thing. So we've got a birthday club here. So we've got
Okay.
a birthday club that comes up, and then we also have we have a daily happenings we send out, and then
Yep.
we also have part of our local news is obituaries. Well, there's a lot of times when the birthday club comes up, we go off a calendar that's made every year. It's updated supposedly every year.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, hey, happy birthday's going out to Chad Decker and Joe Johnson, and all of a sudden a phone call, Joe passed away like 3 years ago.
Oh no.
It's like, oh,
Well, all right.
well, I used to know Joe, but I guess I don't know him that well.
Yeah.
And I just had one the other day, and I'm typing her in, and I'm like, God, that name sounds like. So I yelled in, and I said, "Hey, is so and so still alive? Nope, passed away yesterday."
Oh, man.
Wow.
So we caught that one just by
Oh.
the skin of our teeth on that one. But
So Nolan, has anyone snuck a name in there on your like Emerson Biggins or
no.
I've seen a couple newscasts on YouTube where they've snuck in like Ivan Awfulich or whatever, stupid names.
Always
that
seen a
people-
couple, but no, nobody's ever gotten that.
Nobody's ever done that. So,
No.
but Nolan, I have a surprise for you. So Carrie's going to tell her
surprises.
about her football fan, who she enjoys rooting for. So go ahead, Carrie. I'll let you.
So past or present?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Growing up, I grew up in Iowa. And so I couldn't stand the Minnesota Vikings then. So I love the Bears, Chicago
go.
Bears. Yeah.
You, were a
You
You
smart
knew you'd
cookie
like
back
me
then.
right away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was fortunate enough to escape Iowa and move to Minnesota, and then slowly transitioned into a Vikings fan. So I was telling Chad, when I was about 18 or 19 years old, I loved football so much that there was a charter flight that was flying to Chicago with a bunch of Vikings fans to go watch the Vikings and Bears play. And I went by myself. I didn't know anybody on the flight, and spent the whole day in Chicago, and then took in the Bears game at Soldiers Field. And right at kickoff, it just downpoured rain. And it just, everybody got soaked. And I do remember this. I didn't tell you this, Chad. It was an election year, and there were a lot of fights going on in the stands.
A lot
And
of Viking fans, I suppose.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was because about half the people that were on the flight there didn't make it back because they did get arrested.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a rowdy time.
How do you transition to a Viking fan? Is what Nolan is scrolling through. I don't know if you can see that or not, Carrie, but he's
Yes, I can see that scrolling.
And it should have 3 question marks, not 3 exclamation points.
Yeah, that's right.
So I want to know this story. It's like, okay, so my dad's a Viking fan,
Yes.
lifelong Viking fan, and I'm a Bears fan. My brother's a Buccaneer fan. People are like, why aren't you your dad's a Viking fan? Why aren't you? And I'm thinking, I think I saw all of the years of heartache, year
Yes.
after year after year. And then, of course, I was a Bears fan. We got a Super Bowl, went to another
Yep.
one. We still had numerous years of disappointments and
Sure.
stuff like that. But yeah, to me, to this day, the color purple is it only exists on the Lakers, not the Vikings. So, and the most annoying sound is that Viking horn after each
Oh,
first
you don't
down.
like that?
Well, even when you're down 25, you still do the horn when it's a first down. It's just kind of like, let's just, that is one of the most annoying sounds.
The skull and the clapping and all of that.
Yeah.
It's better when you're there in the environment.
Well, and like I was telling you earlier, Carrie, Nolan and I were there last year for was it a Sunday night game or a Monday night game, Nolan? I don't remember. It was a Monday night game,
Okay.
and there was no fights because everybody was sleeping. The game was so freaking boring. I mean, it was like the worst. I think, Nolan, the worst game you've ever been to. I mean, well, with the exception that the Bears won,
overall,
but I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Overall, see, now I got somebody at the door. She's flashing me candy. Not getting her in the door. Sorry. But
What
you
if she
keep
started
on talking here? I gotta go talk, but I'll be
Okay.
back in like 10 seconds.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. If she starts flashing money, Nolan, then let her in. That's what I would
Yeah,
do.
really.
I don't know. I don't know. So, well, you'll have to tell them how you transitioned into it as a
Yes.
Viking fan. So, yeah, I mean, when I saw you on Facebook that said you were going into that radio show, I was like, wow, what the heck's going on there? You know? And
Yeah, I never thought of it. And then I started doing it.
yeah.
And I've been doing it just for a few months now, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, doing more on-site remotes as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
So I've got a remote coming up here on Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah.
And Nolan, I think Nolan does some remotes. You know, he does more of the sports aspect of
Yeah.
everything. So, but so what was like the first time you were there, like sitting down and like, okay, you're going live in like 5, 4, 3, you know, what were you just like?
I wasn't
pooping?
really nervous because I knew Brad.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been on, TV. I've been on TV before, so that wasn't a huge deal. I just didn't want to say anything that
would get the whole
I would like screw up.
Yeah, no, I get you. And that was so when we started this, Nolan's been on the radio forever. And he makes fun of me on our first podcast that we did. I was I told him before we even got going that it's kind of weird, you know, but when we first started, Carrie, I was talking into my cell phone, and I believe, Nolan, you had my cell phone up against the microphone, right?
I can't remember how we did it, but yeah, it was just like I was in the back room. We were trying to get this thing to work, and I'm like, hey, let's just get going. Let's do our first one. And
yeah, I
think for the most part, I think we were both nervous, but yeah.
My voice, Carrie, this is good morning.
Well, yeah, you try to be all professional, and then you're just like, no, this isn't going to fly. I'm not being prim and proper anymore.
Right.
So now people always tell me that, like he said this morning, he said, yeah, you should do like an intro for us and like use your radio voice. And I'm like, I don't realize I have a radio voice.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that say, oh, you're using your radio voice. I'm like, no, okay, I'm just using my regular voice, but whatever.
Well, but I think you enunciate a little bit more when you use your radio voice. I really do, because I've heard your commercials and all that sort of thing. And then like when you're, good morning, here's your 820, whatever you talk about. So, but.
Yeah,
so this is our first episode. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and we are on a Friday morning with our inaugural Nova Score with Decker and Dix. It's a new podcast out there, and we are bringing in Chad Decker all the way from Rochester, Minnesota. Good morning, Mr. Decker. How are you this morning? Well, good morning, Mr.
Dix. You sound like a trucker.
Yeah.
Podcast we got going on here, and are you excited?
Yeah, that was Breaker 19. Breaker.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Dix. You're such a God dang it. Why don't you two talk? I gotta go somewhere now.
It's archived. You're never gonna let it go.
We're digging deep. We're going big. We're going in the Wayback Machine. So and then Carrie, you also own a dress shop, right, over in Owatonna. Yes. So is it kind of like it's for prom dresses and all that stuff, people can consignment type thing, or what do you
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. It's like a bridal wear. I've got bridal wear, I've got mother's dresses, I've got cocktail dresses, prom, homecoming, all that. I have brand new.
Do you buy them from people?
I also do consignment. What's that?
Do you buy them from people, or do you just trade, or what do you do?
So I will take them, and if they sell, then they earn 40% of the selling price.
Ooh.
So it's
got some dress, not my dresses. I got some dresses I could send you.
See, that was the whole point of doing it, is because these women will spend hundreds of dollars on a dress that they wear one time, and then it just sits in a closet and you don't know what to do with it, and you feel bad for throwing it out. So why not?
That are bad are prom dresses. And, I thought Gabby was bad with the dresses. She had to have a different dress for everything.
Oh, of course.
I'm thinking, Izzy's not going to be. Well, Izzy went dress shopping over at a friend's place, at Gabby's friend, found 3 dresses.
Yep.
Real cheap. And then all of a sudden, she goes, yeah, Izzy and I are going to Bismarck. I said, oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're dress shopping. I mean, we just bought 3 here.
Right.
So
those have already been worn.
Yeah. So then she brings back, and I see these 2 dresses hanging there. I'm like, why are there two dresses? She goes, well, I couldn't decide between the two.
Yes,
I'm like, really?
they do that. Yeah.
That's horrible. That's ridiculous.
I've actually, there was one gal, she went to a trunk show in Chicago and she couldn't decide which wedding dress that she liked. So she bought all 5 of them.
Holy cow.
And so she consigned the other 4 that she didn't decide on. And the price tags on those were like $3,000 a piece.
Nice. And you take 60% of that and they only get 40%.
Correct. Because I'm doing all the advertising.
No, Nolan, we need to open up a shop or something. I don't know.
As soon as this podcast starts,
Yeah,
well, I'm sure Nolan has the legs for it too. So.
Yeah, he does. He's got.
Yeah, the calves are pretty put together.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Any women come in with their wedding dress and like, I'm divorced, I'm getting rid of this son of a gun, or any good stories like that, or
no, I haven't had any of those. No,
they probably just get burned up in the backyard. Is that what it is, or why?
Probably. Well, I know when I divorced my ex, I held on to my dress. For what reason, I don't know. And then I just ended up cutting it up and using the fabric to make something else.
Oh,
so,
God.
Like rags?
Rags, yeah.
It wasn't a noose, was it? You didn't make a noose?
No.
Well, maybe
go. I'm gonna go change oil, honey. This is for my ex.
Yeah, and if you did do that, don't tell us because that makes us an accessory to the crime, and we knew about that. We don't want that. So, all right. So if we were to, can we listen to you online? If some morning we wake up super early and want to listen to you on the radio,
yes.
Where should we go?
So I'm on 92.1 FM.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you go to,
is this your radio voice? You're using it now?
Yeah, I am.
92.1.
92.1.
The Panda.
And then when I do the weather in the summer and it's really hot out, then I go, it's sultry. So then I use that's the weather voice.
Okay.
But yeah, so Crew 92.
I just say it's hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Crew 92.
Crew 92, and I'm on there every morning from 6:40 until 9 o'clock.
There you go.
Why
awesome.
6:40? Why?
We have the farm report that runs the 10 minutes prior.
That would be the Linder Farm Network, Nolan.
That's right.
So you get all the cowboys and the ranchers ready to go, and then.
Yep, and
voila.
Then we read the markets, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Do you have a radio name, or the?
It's just my regular name, Carrie.
That's me too.
Yeah. So
we don't
nothing
want to be
fancy.
fake. Yeah, I don't want to be fake.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I figured too, I was telling Chad that since I run a business here in town, I want people to come to my business, so I better use my real name.
Yeah. Do you plug your business every once in a while on the radio, or?
Yeah, every once in a while they ask me what's going on and give little updates here and there if there's like a big sale or if I got any new merchandise in. So that helps.
So on that, Carrie, the dresses, like all the homecomings are done right now. So will girls bring their dresses in now and try, or will they wait until like prom season and then bring them in, or how does that? Are you always busy?
Yeah, I'm always like last week I got 4 flower girl dresses that came in. So it's like every week somebody's bringing something. There's really no season for it. I think it's mostly habits of parents when they clean out houses. So in the spring and the fall.
Gotcha.
And they throw stuff out and they're like, what do I do with it? And then they bring it in.
Which reminded me, I forgot to put this on. You were talking about homecoming earlier, that it's Owatonna's homecoming. Well, it's Mayo's homecoming too. And I'm a Rochester Mayo grad.
Yes, you are.
There, big guy.
This is from 1989.
Come on, Chad, button it. Let's go.
I was going to say, try to button it.
Don't pop the buttons, Chad.
So she's a little tight. I always used to blame the dryer and stuff for shrinking my clothes, but in reality, I found out it was the refrigerator that was shrinking my
Yeah.
clothes.
So Carrie, did you realize when he put that on, his voice kind of went a little higher? I got it on. What do you want me to do?
Shut up, man. Shut up. Let's go.
That's-
Let's
Now
go.
you can go back to breathing normally. Yes.
Well, yeah, the voice changed because all the joints were achy.
yeah. Trying to get that one shoulder
get
in there.
that-
Was,
yeah,
that
my
right.
shoulder was hurt like hell. So for folks around Rochester and Owatonna here, Carrie, what's the name of your store and where are you located? We'll give you a little free press today.
Oh,
Nolan's
thank
making sure.
you.
No, sure there's no dead air on his radio station.
Yeah, so
Never
It's every
is.
once in a while. So
it's called the Dress Shop.
Oh.
Yeah, simple as that. And we're located in Owatonna, 315 North Cedar Avenue
okay.
in the heart of downtown Owatonna.
So I am a huge fan of Mineral Springs Brewery over
Yes,
in
I saw you there
Owatonna.
a couple weeks
Yes.
ago.
Yeah, you didn't even come say hi. I mean,
Well,
that's
like
kind of
I
like,
said, I wasn't sure it was you because I'm
Yeah.
like, what would he be doing here?
well, there's
so-
beer. There was beer and
was-
Oktoberfest to be had. So.
And there was polka. Did you go out in polka?
I did not polka. I saw some people doing it. We stayed for they were holding the Stein.
Yes.
You know,
yep,
those
we watched that.
people are going like 8 minutes. With,
I know.
like-
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Did
yeah,
you
I think
try?
I told.
You didn't try.
No, God, my arm. I can't even hardly hold my coffee cup right here. But so, and then they did a yodel contest, and the females were amazing with the yodeling.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that, and then the men got up and it was, "Good morning, Mr. Nix. I'm going to yodel for you." You know, it's like, okay. But no, it was pretty cool. And Nolan, when you next time you make it to Rochester, we'll head over to Mineral Springs. It's a pretty cool brewery. They got a really nice setup, and they're moving right. So
Yes, they got the
They-
new building that's going up there.
Yeah.
So that's I think next spring they'll probably be moving then into
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and so proximity to Mineral Springs Brewery, just for my knowledge.
For
I mean, you're
your
like
knowledge, it would be
About 2
just a
blocks away,
I was gonna say probably about 3 or 4 blocks.
3 or 4 blocks. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So within stumbling distance.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I wasn't stumbling too bad then. But
Yeah.
we had a few. We had a
didn't-
few. We had a,
You realize she didn't come up and say hi to you because you probably had your shirt off and you were it's like, that can't be Chad.
Well, it was the hat. It was
the hat.
that threw me
I
off.
did. I had the German hat on, so I was
Yeah.
walking around with that. So we were having a good time. It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, it
the
was-
people- The people we went with, Daryl and Katie, know one of the owners. I want to say, is it Bob?
yeah, I'm
they-
not sure of that.
Yeah, they work together. So he was like, hey, and
Okay.
actually got a free beer out of the deal. So why not? You know, it was kind of cool. Good
Yeah.
town. Owatonna's a pretty neat town, Nolan. I think you and Cheryl would like it if you ever
it's-
make it over this way.
It's very
So-
quaint.
All right. So, Carrie,
All
are
right.
you ready to make some picks for this
Yes.
week's game?
Yes.
All right. So what we do, I don't know, we pick like the Vikings, and then we'll pick like the Lions because they're in the same division as the Vikings and the
Right.
Packers. And what's that other team?
The
They're in
Vikings, the
they're in
Packers.
shit. They're in Chicago. The Bears. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's not gonna say
Nice.
anything. So
Nice.
he's gonna get mad. He might pout his way out, but we'll do it anyways. So.
Okay.
All right. So, Nolan, where are we at on the stand? We haven't updated our stand. You're giving Carrie $1,000.
I
off the
gave
bat.
Carrie $1,000.
All right. I'm on the
Wow.
board.
You're on the
Did you not
board.
update our money or what?
What's that?
Did you not update our money from last week?
I did not because I couldn't find my thing. So we're good. We won the whole thing. So just
Well, I
add it all, buddy. Just put us all up in there.
Well, I added 900 to me and 500 to you because you
Oh.
kind of sucked last week.
Yeah, I had a rough week. So okay, go ahead and put that up. And so we bet $100 on each game, Carrie, is what we do.
Okay.
Fake
And it's
money.
just it's
Well,
fake money.
You
That's
can
more-
do real money if you want.
That's good
And
because I
that'd be
got a lot of
donation.
that.
Yeah, fake money is good. When it comes to fake money, Nolan and I are freaking loaded, man.
We are.
Yes.
We are loaded.
Oh,
So,
almost caught you, buddy.
yeah, I know you did. Okay. All right. So, first game, we will start with the Jets at Minnesota. And we are, this is actually going to be in London. And
Yes,
right now,
across the pond.
we got Minnesota favored by 2.5.
Yep.
And the over under is 40.5.
Right.
So, since I will make my pick first, and then we'll go to you, Carrie, and then we'll go to
Okay.
Nolan. How's that? So okay,
Sure.
so I am actually I've been kind of on if I take the other team, the Vikings win. So I'm going to take the Jets for this.
Ooh.
Nolan, are you writing this down? Because
Yeah.
okay,
Wow.
I'm taking the Jets, but I'm going over.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean
Over
the Jets are going to
49.
win. It doesn't mean the Jets are going to win. It just means like it's going to be like a 2-point game. That's what I'm saying. And they're
So
going
you're
to
going
be
with everybody else.
He's
pretty
going
much.
for the
The
last
2
second
point.
field goal to win it.
Yeah. Gotcha. That works. So okay, Carrie, what you
Okay.
got? And how do you pick? You told me that you have or do you want to make these picks and then tell us? It's up to you.
Well, it's a scientific methodology that I find works best, and it goes based off of the color of the uniform that
Oh.
they're wearing.
There you go.
So if this is considered a home game for Minnesota,
Yes.
is it? So
Yes,
then
it
we'll
is.
probably be in purple.
They will be in purple.
So I'm going to go with the Vikings by 7.
Oh, wow.
By
Yeah.
7.
Wow.
Well, you
By
only need
7.
to go by the 2.5. But if you
Yeah.
want
so
to,
You want to throw it out by 7. That's great. So do
Yeah.
you think the total score between the two teams is going to be over or under 40.5 points?
Under.
Under.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But it's
well, Aaron
my-
Rodgers is kind of sucking right now. So
Well, that's
well,
true.
and I was just going to say they're playing in a foreign country, so their game is probably going to be a little off, I think, for
Oh.
both teams.
Okay.
Ooh, already
You know,
coming
the
up with the
field-
excuses. I got it. All right.
Field conditions are going to be a little different.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. Yep.
If
Yep.
somebody sprains an ankle, we'll blame it on London. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so- All right, Dixie, what do you got? What do you got over there?
Well, I tell you, I'm gonna go with what she's doing. Then I'm gonna. I don't like the color purple, and I don't like the color green.
Yeah.
But I got to pick one or the other, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
there you go.
I'm going Minnesota 2.5, and going with the over 40.5.
The over.
Aaron Rodgers will come out and have a pretty good game, but I want to pick the Jets, but Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to be Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do too, but I think it's going to be like a 23-20 game. That's just
Okay.
where my.
So, Carrie,
where-
when do you think the real Minnesota Vikings are going to show up? Is it going to
Wait.
be after a 6-1 start or a 6-0 start, or did the real Vikings show up last week in the fourth quarter, second half?
He's
No, the
baiting
win-
you. He's baiting you. That's what he's trying to do.
It's just an honest sports question from a sportscaster.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
honestly, we were at the Vikings game on the 22nd of September, and I think that's when they showed up. That was a really good game. It was loud. They played fantastic, and I hope they can continue it throughout the whole season.
That's a fair weathered Viking fan right there, Nolan. Just saying they're gonna go, but they're not. We're not saying Super Bowl yet. Some of the fools on X are
No.
saying Super Bowl.
It
No,
just pains me
it's-
that knowing you've been a Bears fan before and you're here. I'm hearing. I'm like, how? What? I just
Well, the Bears will always have a special place in my heart.
sweetness does. Yes, sweetness.
Walter Payton. There you go. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's move on to Mr. Dix's favorite team here. So we got the
Okay.
Carolina Panthers, who built the Chicago Bears
They did.
at
Thank
the
you,
Chicago
Carolina.
Bears. And we've got the Bears are favored by 4 points. And again, that over under is that 40.5. So, Mr. Nolan, this one is for you. Go ahead, sir.
I am going to go Chicago over 4.
Okay.
But if I'm going to do what Kerry's doing, I'm going to take the Bears by 14 and the Chicago over 40.5. I think it's going to be a big day for Caleb Williams. I think defense is going to put up a couple scores, and the old Red Rockets going to suffer a big loss in Carolina, and they'll be chanting Bryce Young's name once again at the end of the ball game, wanting him to come back and play quarterback.
Gotcha. Carrie, what's your favorite color? Blue or black? Where are we going? Where are we going here?
Oh,
Well, where are we
I
getting?
don't- it's not going to be the Lions. No, I don't.
No,
like
no,
the
no,
Lions.
no. Panthers at Chicago. is
So
what we got.
Panthers
Carolina.
have that
Panthers, okay.
kind of that baby blue,
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
a baby.
and the
blue.
Yeah, I
Chicago
don't-
Bears have the tough blue, the
The dark
good
navy.
blue.
Yeah.
The good blue.
Yep. It'll be blue.
The Bear. So you're taking the Bears.
I'll take the Bears.
All
The
right.
Bears.
There
The
you go.
Bears. Over under point wise. You gonna take the over on that too,
Um,
or are you gonna go under?
I'll go under.
He's gonna go under.
I'm gonna go under.
There have been a
'Cause-
lot of unders in the NFL. So, I mean, your percentage of hitting it is pretty good.
Yes.
We
And
always think, my mentality on this is like, oh, it's going to be a shootout. I tune in, it's like 6-3 at halftime.
it's
I
a
know.
12-10 Bears lead right now. Yeah. So I'm going to take Chicago to cover, and I'm going to go over. Nolan, if you remember our preseason preview, I said this is where the Bears really start to put everything together, and they will easily beat the Carolina Panthers. So got that. All right. What's our next one here? What do we got?
Now,
We've
Detroit
got
has the week off, right? They
no
have their bye
Detroit. Oh yeah, Detroit's
What do
got the bye week. So, and then we've got, where are the Packers? I can't see their game. Oh,
week.
we got Green Bay at Los Angeles, and we've got the Green Bay is favored by 3, and the over under is 48.5.
Ooh,
So Carrie, we'll let you start with this one.
I'm gonna actually go with the Packers on this one.
Okay,
And I'll go over.
you're gonna go over. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Gary. I'm going to,
Ah,
and
and
the
as
this is
do
reason,
I.
coming from Sportscaster Hall of Famer.
yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. Well, because I think the Rams could start off hot, get up 21-0, and then Green Bay shows up in the second half. And if you have to outscore 21 points, that's putting you almost near 50. So I could see
Yeah.
like a 28-24 ball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing as well. So I will say I'm going to go the same as well. So I will take Green Bay and the over. I just think I think it's going to be a shootout. Boom. So
Or a
it'll
shit
be
show, one of the two.
One or the other. All right. So now the rest of these, Carrie, we just kind of pick who we think is going to win. You don't have to do the points or anything like that. So we've got we're going to give you an easy one here. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta. Nolan?
Oh, of course, Atlanta. You see them play you didn't see them play last night.
But they won. So
But
you
they
get a
won,
freebie.
yeah.
Yeah, you get a freebie there. That's what-
Oh, today I didn't see the outcome. I was going to say Atlanta, but
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. We got Baltimore at Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Baltimore.
I didn't know Cincinnati still had a team.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, so Baltimore.
they are slowly going south. But
Yeah.
once they lose Chase, I think that team's going back into post Boomer Esiason era,
Gotcha.
where they kind of went irrelevant for how many years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you saying that you're going to take Baltimore then, Nolan? Is that
Yeah,
what
I
you're
got
saying?
Baltimore. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I gotta officially say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Here's a tough one. Here's a tough one. Both of these teams are terrible. Miami at New England.
Ooh.
Nolan, who you got? Nolan. That's you, Nolan.
Yeah. No, you turned the volume down on our thing, so I'm gonna go Patriots.
You're going to take the Patriots. Wow.
Why? Wow.
I don't know.
How do you know? Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm
Okay.
taking Minnesota. Wow.
How about you,
Wow.
Carrie? How about you, Carrie? What you got?
I'll just for the sake of it, I'll do Miami.
Wow.
I'm gonna take Miami too.
Wow.
Wow. It's a
Yeah.
wow. It's a wowzer. All right. Cleveland at Washington. Is that what you were looking for, Nolan? Or what?
Well, yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go Commanders. I think Cleveland's going south. Commanders are going north, and they're looking good. So I'm
Okay.
picking Washington in a landslide. I think.
I will take the Commanders as well.
Yeah, that's was going to be my pick too. So we're in agreement there.
Well, all three of us. Very good. Indianapolis at Jacksonville.
Ooh,
I'm gonna take Jacksonville here. I think that they need it, so I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
gosh,
Jacksonville's
I'll
got
do
that.
the Colts.
The Colts. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the royal blue as well.
Okay.
So you're doing the Colts. All right.
The
All right.
Colts.
Here, this could be a good game. Buffalo at Houston. I'm gonna
I'm
go ahead,
doing
Gary.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. I will
Yeah.
go Buffalo. Well,
Yep, I think this is a bounce back game. I think last week was a fluke for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Got to have those bad games every once in a while.
right.
It was a kind of a trap game last week, wasn't it, for Buffalo?
I think so. They
Kind of
were
like
talking.
this week for the Vikings. Could be a trap game for them.
There, I
Could be a
know.
trap game. It could be.
It could be a trap game.
Yeah, it
looking
could be.
forward to their bye next week. You know, that bye could come up and sneak and bite you right on the old.
And
That
Aaron
was
Aaron
fun.
Rodgers does not own the Vikings. He can only own one team. So
There you go. And that's there you go. So all right. So we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna take the Broncos on this one, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that.
yeah, the Raiders are the Raiders.
Yeah.
They are what we thought they were. Is that what
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Okay. Arizona at San Francisco. I'm gonna take the Niners.
San Francisco. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's-
That was a week, yeah.
yeah, he's still reeling from that interview earlier, is what he's doing. So.
Well, I'm just sitting there thinking, the Cardinals had their one good game, which everybody,
Now,
you know what
if you want to
everybody
crown them, then crown their ass.
did. We crowned Arizona,
Yeah.
and then they lose 3. So I think their downfall continues. Harrison will still have a big game, but I don't think little boy Murray can see over that big defensive line of the San Francisco 49ers.
For the Niners. Gotcha. Okay. Here's an easy one for you. New York Giants at Seattle Seahawks. Carrie, you want to start?
I'm just gonna guess on this one because I haven't been following them. So I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Seahawks.
Okay.
I'm going to go see Seahawks, but I know darn well come Monday morning we're going to be talking, going, "Oh, Gary was right.
Gary was right. Yeah.
Beat the Seahawks."
There you go. This is like one of my first football memories of all time. Dallas at Pittsburgh.
A lot of
You
Super
know,
Bowls,
A
right?
lot of Super Bowls between those two. So,
Yeah.
gosh, this I'm
I'm
gonna.
going. You know
Go
what
ahead,
I'm going for? They're going
All
with
right.
the Cowboys.
All right, he's gonna take the Cowboys. I will take the Cowboys as well.
We'll make that 3.
All
Okay,
right.
gotcha. And then finally, our Monday night game. They only got one this time around. It's been 2 weeks of 2 Monday night games, but we got the New Orleans Saints at the Kansas City Chiefs. And Carrie, you go ahead and
It's Chiefs.
Chiefs.
That's an easy one.
Yep. Dixie.
I don't know how easy that really is. I mean, look at some of these Chief victories. They're 4-0. I get it,
Yeah.
I know.
but
They haven't been playing the greatest.
and that's the thing. It's like we can lean on a goal. Kelsey hasn't done anything, but they're still 4-0.
That's
So,
right.
They've lost some wide receivers. What bum are they going to pull off and become a superstar for a couple weeks?
Right.
Well, it's not going to be a blowout, I don't think, by the Chiefs, but I still pick them as winning.
I want to go the Saints.
I'm going
really-
the Aints. I'm going the Aints.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Nolan. I'm like, and I'm with you too, Carrie. I mean, it's like, God, I mean, it's. I'm going to take the Saints. I'm just gonna,
All
and,
right.
and hopefully they lose. The Chiefs lose, and then the Vikings will only be the only undefeated team.
That's true. That would be very nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it's football, and Kelsey will probably have 6 touchdowns, and then they're gonna put Taylor Swift out on the field, and she's probably gonna kick a couple field goals for him too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our picks for the week. So
All right.
I remember when I
That's
had my
my week
first
with
beer.
Detroit, Tennessee. Yeah, I remember when I had my first beer too. He's throwing all these funny little things in there, Carrie. He never does it. So I don't know what his deal is, but
Because
All
some of
right.
the things you're saying are deserving these.
We take you now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
I will let you know, Carrie.
Hey-ho, Kermit the Frog of Sesame Street.
Hey, I can talk like Kermit the Frog too, but I'm not going to do it on air.
Wow, that's impressive.
But you had said that you came up with the name The Dress Shop,
Yes.
right? That's a pretty good name. I came up with the first part of our name, Know the
Yeah.
Score. Chad came up with the second part.
Well, that's genius, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Chad was the brains in the naming of the show.
I'm just
You
glad
realize they said Decker.
The
and Dick.
Decker.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that we didn't take your wife's suggestion, Nolan. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't.
It was Decker knows dicks. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, we're not taking that one. That doesn't sound good at all. No, we don't
Oh,
want that.
thanks.
So, and Carrie, as you're a business owner, Mr. Nolan is as well. He owns a
Yes.
laundromat, and what's the name of that laundromat that the Dix family owns there, Nolan?
The Laundry Chute.
Laundry chute. Nice.
Yeah, we do full service, so we actually have a laundry chute in the back of the laundromat. So
Yeah.
Very cool.
yeah. More
Well,
time
wonderful.
consuming than what I got into, but
yeah.
I remember driving through Wisconsin, and of course, there's a bar in every corner in Wisconsin, but there was a laundromat and combined with a pub, and it was called Suds and Duds.
oh, I seen that name. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So
Trust
I
me.
thought-
I thought about that. I thought, I could get
Yeah.
a liquor license.
Yep.
I could have a couple kegs set up at the back, but then you get those rile up people and
Yeah.
Yeah.
start washing the wrong things. And,
Yeah. And so Nolan's got video cameras all over it because who's the weird dude that comes in there? You think he looks like somebody? The old man from Home Alone. You remember that
Yeah.
movie, Carrie?
Oh, the creepy guy.
Yeah. He comes into our laundromat like once a week.
Yeah.
Does he do his laundry or does he just creep around?
No, he does his laundry.
Okay.
But thinking back, I'm thinking, I know it can't be because Home Alone was how many years ago, and that guy's got to be 106 now. But I mean, it's like a spit image. I don't know if it's his son.
It's
mean-
crazy funny.
Scary,
Wow.
scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
all right. Well, Carrie, I told you 20 to 25 minutes. I think we went a little bit more than that.
So you're still on North Dakota time. So that's
Oh,
okay.
yes. Yes. What do you think of that, Nolan?
Only part of North Dakota. Remember, our time zone splits Central Time and Mountain Time. I'm on Mountain Time zone.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's only
Bismarck
10:15
East.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out in God's country and we're
Yeah.
there.
I'm
so,
still
but,
thinking about breakfast.
yeah.
Well, doesn't matter what time of the day. I'm still thinking of a nap.
Well, there you go. And you're talking to probably two of the best nap.
Yeah, Chad is the master on that one.
Yep.
No one can't discuss his naps because his wife gets mad because he has time to.
Or
and
my
she
boss.
doesn't.
One of the two.
Yes. Exactly.
yeah.
I thought you were doing sales this afternoon. I was.
Yeah.
Sleep out of my eye.
Yep.
As he calls in the middle of a nap, I'm like,
Hello. There you
Where
go.
you at? You sound like you're in your bedroom. No, I'm just in a quiet room right now.
Yeah.
Deep in thought.
Yeah. Well, there's probably been those too, I would imagine. So,
It's called
All right.
steering off into space.
yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Carrie.
One
So-
other
Thank you
question,
for
Carrie.
having me.
Oh, yep. No one's got one more.
So,
Okay.
Carrie, you're a Viking fan.
Yes.
Okay. What are your opinions on? We'll do one at a time here. Kirk Cousins.
I couldn't stand Kirk Cousins when he was with the Vikings, and I
Why?
still don't like him.
Why?
He was overpaid and underperformed.
He was.
Granted, he has a good arm, but he can't scramble worth of anything. He would rather get tackled than try to run for 6 yards.
I don't know if we could say he wanted to be tackled.
Well,
I mean, when you
It
got
just-
a crappy offensive line, I mean, what do you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
I mean,
but still,
at-
I look at Darnold, and he's not afraid to move around and look and see who's open. It just seems like Cousin was so focused on the one play, and if it didn't work out, it just kind of seemed like he froze.
Yeah. I mean, Cousins only put up like 35, 40 points for every week. I mean, that.
But how many
I wouldn't
Super
like
Bowls? How many Super Bowls did he win for the Vikes?
Not- yeah. Well, you know what? If he'd had a better defense.
Well,
Okay.
Okay. And then my last question.
yes.
Vikings go 11-6, lose in the NFC Championship. Who's your quarterback next year?
Oh boy. I don't know, because they only signed Darnold for a year. But I don't know if they can extend him. I don't know.
Are you going to pull a Case Keenum maybe and ship him
God,
out
he
somewhere?
was awesome, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I love that.
And when
That
they
was
got
a
rid of him, I
great
just
year.
thought, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who'd they get rid of? Who'd they get rid of him for?
Yeah.
Kirk
I don't
Cousins.
know.
Yeah.
Kirko.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but that was a good year.
Yeah. Do I get to answer this, Nolan, or not?
You can. I know your opinion on Kirk Cousins, but
No, I'm saying Darnold. If he takes
on
him to 11, if he takes him to 11-6, you sign him again. You have to.
but do you make it a quarterback competition come spring?
No, you tell
No.
Darnold. You tell Darnold he's the starter, and you will start. If you continue to win, you are the starter. And if you lose the first 3 games, JJ McCarthy's coming in. That's what you do. And I'll be totally wrong. I will be totally wrong because if Darnold goes 11-6, Nolan, there's going to be a lot of teams that are saying, "Hey, we can offer you this. We can offer you this."
But that
And
is that
as-
healthy for a team though? So okay, you bring Darnold back, and all of a sudden, looking over his shoulder, do you ship McCarthy somewhere?
No.
Why not?
Because he's a young guy.
And what has
Yeah.
McCarthy done other than cheat in college and win a national championship? I mean, they cheated last year. Everybody's taking their championship away. So I'm a Michigan fan. I was a McCarthy fan in college, so I'm not ragging on the kid. But all of a sudden now in X and all this stuff, now it's coming out where it's all McCarthy does is win. It's like, well, you were the same person that said that let's strip Michigan of their national championship because of the cheating.
I didn't say it was JJ McCarthy that was cheating. I was saying it was his coach, which I turned out to be correct.
Yeah, he was.
Well, right, but it's a trickle down effect.
Oh, see, you're going.
It's a trickle down effect because if the coaches know what's coming, McCarthy knows what's coming. So
There was no. They weren't stealing the offensive plays, or they were stealing They were only stealing the offensive plays for the other team.
were they now? Okay.
Yeah, that's what was brought out.
And they weren't stealing the defensive signs or anything, or
Nope,
okay,
because there was too much.
too much.
All right,
To me, it was damn good
Carrie,
scouting. I don't
Carrie,
care.
we're gonna continue on this fight. We're gonna let you go get ready for the rest of your day.
Have
So
a good
again-
air shift tomorrow morning. Say hi to everybody from us.
All right, we'll do.
She's off tomorrow, buddy. It's
It is
it's
Saturday, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I am doing a remote on Sunday, so
Oh, those suck.
I'll give a shout out.
I quit doing remotes. Yeah, those are-
There you go. All
No,
right.
So
it's a good one. It's to kick off Fire Safety Week. They're doing the chili and soup feed at the fire station, so we get free food and a remote. So not a bad
Okay.
trade off.
No, not a bad trade. Do
There
you
you go.
collect like sports memorabilia? Like
Do I
college
collect
athletes?
it? No, I used to like wear jerseys and stuff, but
You should
I guess
start
I
up.
have
I got a JJ McCarthy jersey for $390 just for you.
no thanks.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think I'd rather spend that on some nice shoes.
Or a dress. Why
See,
not?
Chad knows my shoes.
She's a shoe gal. She's
Yeah.
got a lot of shoes. How many pairs of shoes before you leave?
Oh, 20 some?
Oh,
What-
real?
that
You got a
doesn't
lot more
seem like a
before.
lot.
I was
but
expecting
Yeah.
a bigger
They're
number.
quality shoes. They're quality.
There you go.
All right.
What's the most you spent on a pair?
I can't remember, but I'll tell you the most I've ever spent on makeup was $378 for a bottle of something. So that I do remember.
Mm.
And it didn't work, so wasn't worth it.
I spend a lot of money on shoes for my kids. I go get $35 shoes from Shields.
Yep.
They're still
They're still good. They're still good. So, all right, Carrie. Thanks.
All right. Yep, you bet.
Talk
Thanks.
soon.
Enjoy. Have a
Thanks.
good
Yep.
weekend.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too. Thanks.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So it's nice of her to come on. So we can talk about that. So was that your trifecta you had been talking about
That
earlier?
was my trifecta with
Okay.
McCarthy, Darnold, and Cousins. And
I still
Cousins
I'm-
was not the problem. And I'm gonna
the thing on Cousins, Nolan, and Carrie kind of said it. She loved Case Keenum. I think a lot of people love Case Keenum. I think
Yep.
Keenum got the raw deal. So Cousins was coming into that on the raw deal. You know?
But I have a feeling this is kind of it's going to happen again. I think if they make the playoffs at 11-6 and say you lose in the first round or the second round, there's people on X, there's people that saying, hey, it doesn't matter what happens unless we win a Super Bowl, McCarthy's our quarterback. And I don't think they should be saying that because
No, I'm with you on that too.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts are they should keep him. If he goes 11-6, gets the Vikings to the playoffs, he should still be the quarterback. That's what I
Right.
think. That's what I think.
But if they don't win a Super Bowl, it's going to be immediately McCarthy's got to start. McCarthy's going to play. So then if McCarthy comes out, starts off 0-3, then what?
Well, and then it's like, well, we'll suck for whoever's coming out on the first. Yeah, I don't know. So say, okay, Caleb gets a pass this year, Nolan, right? I mean, because he's a rookie. So say next year he goes 3-14. What do you do? He's your number one draft pick, savior of the. I mean, do Bears fans turn on him? When do Bear fans? Viking fans are fickle. We've lost forever. We've never experienced that. So they're always going to say, well, we should have done this or we should have done that. So when do Bear fans turn? I've seen a little bit on X already.
Oh yeah,
Have
there's
you?
already been. Yeah. And that's I take that with a grain of salt. I mean,
yeah, I do too.
The real sports, I'm not going to say the real Bears fans, but real sports fans have seen Peyton Manning have a crap year and come out and win Super Bowls. I have seen, I don't know, there's a long list. Andrew Luck. There's a lot of teams or quarterbacks that have had 16 interception in a season. They didn't lose confidence in and went back and are winning Super Bowl. So I think Caleb Williams is going to be fine. I don't think he's going to have a 16 interception year, but there's still a possibility of the Bears making noise in the NFC North.
Oh, I told you.
It's early. It's 4-0 to 2-2. It's a 2-game lead.
Yeah.
Detroit's going to be there. Green Bay's going to. There's going to be two teams in the NFC North that are going to be staying home at probably 9-8 or 10-7.
I would have.
So
I agree with you on that. And if you remember our preseason picks, I said the Bears were going to win the division. I didn't think the Vikings were going to start out 4-0. I really did. Am I glad they are? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, they're winning. That's good.
I said, I poked the bear this morning and I said, did the real Vikings show up in that second half?
Yeah. Well,
you never know. We'll find out.
And some of the X things I read was they kind of, I don't think they were in the prevent D, were they?
No, they weren't. No.
I think they were a little lax. They didn't rush as much. I was more surprised that O'Connell kept his foot down and was throwing passes when they probably should have been running the ball.
Yep.
But again, that's why I'm sitting here.
Exactly.
While Kevin O'Connell is sitting up in Eagan, Minnesota at that beautiful new stadium they got, making millions and millions of dollars, and I'm pretending to make millions and millions of dollars.
There you go, exactly.
On my football picks. So there's that. So
all right. Well, hopefully I can take the lead this week and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So big plans. You got big plans.
I got a bolt, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Not really. Nope.
Gotcha. We got homecoming, so
Kind
we're
of
gonna have a
mediocre
good
week.
time.
Homecoming's next week for us. So
Is it okay? Gotcha. So, pick us out a song. What do you want to do here? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?